My favorite thing about the slang use of the word slay is the way it not only changes the word's meaning, but also its form. Like traditionally, the past tenses of slay were slew or slain, and those are still seen as more common when referring to the traditional definition of slaying. But nowadays, slayed is becoming more and more common, especially in the slang sense, and I think it's super cool how one word can have two different past tenses depending on context. Another good example is the verb grind. Historically, the past tense was ground, as in I ground up the coffee. But in slang senses, like in sports, video games, and not safe for work activities, people are using grinded as the past tense more often. And it's not just slang words. Plenty of standard English terms have different past tenses depending on context. For example, the sun shone through the clouds, but I shined my shoes. A chord was struck, but the record was stricken. My favorite example might be the verb to hang. Historically, hanged was the only proper past tense, but probably by analogy with sang and sung, people started using hung when referring to objects and hanged when referring to people, specifically execution. But in modern slang, you can use hung with people. It just has a very different implication.